What's going on, guys? It's last week of JJDL main season, I think. Pretty sure. We're second seed. You know, we've been doing pretty well in general. We're playing against brother Yubby. And shout out to him for, being cool with me being 40 minutes late to the game. So, yeah, we were pretty confident Bramblegas is going to come here. Bramble, Exca, Gren, T-Tar, Slowking. Yeah, this is the ones that made the most sense in the matchup. So he's got two good checks to Keldeo, and Keldeo's really good here. I might actually just lead it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna lead Keldeo. We're just a spec set. I didn't. It's last week, and I don't. I mean, if I win, I guarantee second slot. If I lose, I think I'm fourth. I don't care. I make playoffs either way. Yeah, we don't really care. We brought some. Honestly, I just brought the first thing that came to mind for each mon, so that's cool. Dude, I look so small in my camera, like always. I'm gonna use these last 20 seconds to get the team into the calc really quick. Yeah, we're kind of looking for some. We're like a coiled Dudunsparce set. And so maybe that could just win the game. He doesn't have a lot of special threats. Obviously, everything's physical on his team. All the scary mons are physical. So we're not stressing too much. But yeah, good luck over to Yubby. Do I have a pen around here? My pencil's really dull. I need a pen. Pen. Any pens? Hello? Anyone has a pen? Anybody in call have a pen for me? That'd be great. Slurp. Greninja. Okay, cool. Yep, so we get the right lead. If he clicks extra sensory, I think he just dies. Like, I don't think he one-shots me, even like with Protean. Greninja. Okay. With extra sensory to my Keldeo. Oh, it actually does one-shot if he's specs. If he's not specs, 72 to 87. Vacuum Wave does just one-shot him, though, so he has to be careful about that. He could be, I don't know, I really just don't know what he is. He could just be Spike's lead, which just makes sense. I kind of just want to make the Pink play, but Pink kind of needs its HP. If we lose Keldeo off rip, we're kind of boned, so it's, like, sucks. Sucks a lot. So, like, if he's extra sensory, no, he has to be specs. Dude, if you... I'm just gonna big nut sack him. I think I'm just gonna be a big old fucking nut sack. I don't think I'm just gonna flip turn here. If we die, we die. Okay, he U-turns, cool. So he knows we're not Scarf, and so that's cool. It is Protean, good to know. Prot U-turn. Dude, I really wish I had a pen. I can't see my handwriting for shit with this, dude. Do I have a pen nearby? Tipsy. Don't know who Tipsy is. Slowking. Okay, so Slowking's the initial switch-in, not Bramblegast. Aha, found one. Got a pen. Alright, cool, so we get on out of there. I didn't see helmet damage, I don't think, right? Yeah, no helmet. We don't have, like, the greatest checks to this mon. Just in general, we don't have the greatest, checks. So I kind of just want to go into Dudunsparce and throw up a Toxic. He doesn't have any Toxic immunities. I guess it's Excadrill. So yeah, we're just gonna throw out the Sheriff, and we're just gonna throw up a Toxic. The reason we're Toxic is because it's the cleanest way to beat the Bramblegast. Even if it starts leech seeding me, we can kind of just get through. But yeah, I'm just going to throw off a Toxic here. If he goes Exca, good play. I mean, good play. Not much I can say about that. He could see me going for Rocks here, maybe. Can I, like, adjust? There we go. I think I look better now. Yeah, okay. I think it's a bit better. So, yep, okay. He could go Exca. I mean, if he goes Exca, I don't really care all that much. Okay, cool. We bink a Toxic. That's fucking awesome. This thing is now on a clock. That makes it way easier for Keldeo to win. Chilling Reception. Chilling Reception. Yep, cool. Okay, so Chilling... Oh, yeah, dude, this pen's so much easier to see, dude. Okay, cool. So I don't know who he goes into here now. He could go into his Kieran Black, maybe. And then go for a Substitute, because he does have the +1 defense boost. But I think I actually beat Kieran Black. I think I beat Kieran Black right now, currently. Our Torn is an agility set. It'll outspeed everything. And we're also physical with Defiant. The idea is that when he has Bramblegast in and he needs to heal, he has to strength step. And then when he strength steps, I can go into my other guy and just kind of deal with it there. So I actually don't know my moveset. I don't remember this team that I built. Yeah, okay, so it's Terra Blast, knockoff Brick Break Agility, and we're Terra Ground. So we should be able to put a good bit into his team. Tickles, that's Kyurem. Yep, okay, cool. So, Kyurem Black. He might just try to end the game. Realistically, he could just try to end it all right now. But here's the thing, right? Hyper Drill does like a solid 30. So it breaks Substitute. Can I just start coiling alongside of his... Well, he can't Dragon Dance, right? Isn't that what's banned? Is Dragon Dance the move that's banned in the league? I actually don't know. Yeah, he can't Dragon Dance. So what, he could Hone Claws? I'm not stressing. I think I'm just going to coil here. Just start getting some fucking setup done. Because he went into this with some confidence. He goes for the Spear. Yeah, this should be fine, right? This shouldn't do, like, any damage. I guess we'll see. Maybe it's loaded dice. I don't think he was ready for me being coil toxic. Okay, so it's probably dice, considering that damage, but we're going to get a coil off, and we just roost the next turn. We're looking mighty fine. We're about to reveal the entire moveset, so he's going to start going to Excadrill soon. I don't even know if we need to... Okay, so now we're +1/+1/+1. So maybe we might take a page out of John's book and just fucking win right now. So let's see, with the snow up, yeah, we don't do that much to Kieran Black, even at +1. I think we could just go for a pretty safe roost here. And he doesn't know our attacking move yet, so he can't go into Excadrill immediately. So we'll see what he really goes for. I don't know, I mean, if the Dudunsparce could just win right now, that'd be great. Like I said, he has a bunch of physical mons, so setup's fine. And I didn't bring any setup like an entire season. Almost no mons had a setup move. I was going for strictly momentum. But this week I felt like, honestly, we might play in playoffs, right? So I'm not going to bring every set that I think makes sense. I just brought the first thing that came to mind, and I thought this set looked good. So, let's see what we can get going here with the against Kieran Black. Yeah, he switches out. Is it Exca? Or is it Bramble? It's probably Bramble if it's your mom. It is Exca. Cool. At +1, Horn Drill does 33 to 39. I think I'm gonna coil once more. He could Sword Stance here. He does SD. Okay, that's fine. If we trade to Dunsparce for Excadrill, that's fine. He will no longer win the Speed War in the long run. And at +2 attack, +2... Oh, I put +2 special attack. Whoops. +2 attack, +2 defense. And then he's at +2 attack. Exca... He's not even two-shotting us right now. We're going to two-shot him with Hyper Drill. So I kind of just want to go for it now. Just get the damage off. Don't like, be too aggressive. Don't be too stupid. Just get our nice and clean 50 off. And if Sheriff comes in later, he comes in later. So this is good for us. We'll see what he goes for. But, like, I mean, I don't think we're in a bad position off Rip. It all depends on what he has here. Obviously, if he's Life Orb, he's going to do a lot more damage. But currently, this Earthquake should be doing 31 to 36, 166 maximum. So, we should be fine. I'm actually going to play some music while I play. You guys can't hear it. Teehee. What should we listen to? Fuck You by CeeLo Green. That sounds like a good one for now. Okay, so he's gonna Terra. He's Terra Fire. I don't know if I mentioned that. Both this and Bramble are Terra Fire. So this will be... Wait, this is unresisted now. Wait a minute, what? Wait, he just went Fire. Oh, shit. Wait, this is doing 89 to 105. He SDs again? Uh-oh, that's not good for him. This is not good for him in the slightest. This is gonna do so much damage. It's a 37.5% chance to kill. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Look at all that damage that we just got. Huge. So now he's at +4 and we're at +2. So his Earthquake is gonna do it's gonna do like roughly 50. So yeah, we just killed him here. Yep, Earthquake, that's fine. That's A-okay with us. Look at that. Boom, not even 50. That means Dudun will pick up 1. Dudun kills Exca. Cool. Excadrill being dead. Dude, his only special attacker is Slowking and Greninja right now, man. So, like, we're just gonna sit here for a bit, I think, right? He has to throw one of those two in. And Greninja, if he is Specs, a Dark Pulse does 249 maximum, to Dudun. Because, yeah, we invested a lot of defense. Normally you do split F if you're going, like, a coil or a bulk upset. But, we needed more Fizz Def, so if we didn't get our coils off, we were able to take on Kieran Black a little easier. I don't know what his game plan is then. He has to like go Greninja, right? Because we're actually faster than Slowking, so he has to go Greninja. and we'll see if it specs or not. Yeah, I don't know. Spear on Kieran Black. I mean, X just being dead so fucking tight, dude. Here's Tipsy. Welcome back in. Who was that? Slowking. Don't I just heal on this thing, right? What does Slowking do? It doesn't have Toxic anymore, right? I mean, it just doesn't even... Dude, this thing literally cannot one-shot me right now, right? Focus Blast. Dude, yeah, Focus Blast. If we just heal right now, he can't kill us. And Hypertroll does 50 to 60. I think we just roost. Yeah, we'll just roost up. We'll see what it clicks. It might be T-Wave, just looking to outspeed, like, from here on. But I'm okay with getting a heal. Oh, he's Scald. Oh, shit, I forgot this thing gets Scald. There's the burn. Okay, so no, let's talk about the burn. I think the burn's actually fine in this position, considering that we also have Toxic. We're not, like, only relying on our stab move. So, being burned, it also mitigates our leftovers. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I think it's fine because we can go for another. We can go for another coil here. If we go for a Hyperdrill, it does 26 to 31, and he has to get out of here soon. And we're gonna be faster. So if we just hit this thing, it'll mitigate like with its with regen anyways. So it makes more sense to go for a coil, considering that the Hyperdrill would kind of just be useless. So we're gonna go for a coil here. He should probably go Bramblegast and go for a Leech Seed. If he has it, that is most likely his play. Greninja cannot one-shot me here. So, we are now +3, +3, +3. He should be telling a joke. He goes for a Future Sight. Okay, cool. So it's good to know that it also has Future Sight. So we know 3 of this thing's moves, being Chilling Reception, Scald, and Future Sight. Okay, so, yeah. He has to get out of here soon, man. Well, let me see what a Future Sight's actually doing to us. Future Sight should be doing 35 to 42. So here's what he's going to do. He is going to be slower here. He's going to make a play into Greninja, and then he is going to go for an attacking move plus the Future Sight. That is his plan here. So, in order to counteract this, what we need to do is we need to actually see how much Greninja does, and see how much the Future Sight does in general. If we can live both of those from full, then we roost here. If we do not live both of those from full, it's worth actually getting the Hyper Drill damage off now on the Slowking, so it does actually start taking damage when it comes in. Considering that our Hyper Drill is doing 33 to 40, it would actually be really good damage. The mon would come in closer to, what, 70? Or more like 80%. But because we know that the Greninja has to eat specs, we can actually trade a Hyper Drill for it, so we're actually going to roost here. He should be switching out. He should be going Chilling Reception into Greninja. If he does not, he has nothing to really break this mon. So he's going for Scald instead. So he has decided that Greninja isn't actually worth taking the damage on, which is fair. So, considering that we see him staying in, we know that, again, he can easily just get on out of there with a Chilling Reception. The longer he stays in, the better position we are in. So, again, I think it's actually worth to click another roost here. We have 5 left. We can actually probably get through it, but we cannot afford him to go into a Greninja too easily. So either A, we have to Hyper Drill now, and that will do a solid 40. We could coil, but that coil would actually lead to us dying to Greninja. So right now we need to value if we want the Slowking lower or if we want to keep our Dodon around. And I think keeping Dodon around is actually the smarter play. So, we're going to click our roost here, and we're going to take the Future Sight this turn, and then we can actually further progress later. We just have to make sure that Greninja's not in on the Future Sight turn. And so there's the Chilling Reception. He should be going into Greninja here. So, we shall see what he goes into now. It should be the Greninja, though. No other mon makes sense. Everything else is physical. So, let's see what it comes down to. We are way too bulky now for physical mons to worry us. So it should just be Greninja. And then we're going to be able to see what percent we're actually at for when the grind comes in. Something to also note is that since the Excadrill is dead, we can go Swampert a little bit easier. So there's Jom. That's probably the Bramblegast then. So by going Bramble, actually, he's looking to probably get a Leech Seed off, in which we can respond quite swiftly with a solid Toxic. If this mon gets Toxic, Keldeo becomes a lot easier. Right now, what we're identifying is that we know our Keldeo is strong. We now know our Keldeo has very little resists. He's already Terra'd, and we have a quite easy way to make sure this mon stays chipped, which is Toxic. So, He switches out. I don't know if he just goes right back into Slow King, which is fine. We will simply just hit it. There's Tipsy, there's Slow King. So, that's fine. Again, we are just going to simply keep going. We're not really losing HP, we're kind of maintaining until we roost. So, he might look for a Future Sight this turn. And if he does, I'm thinking about just clicking Hyper Drill. When you need to figure out if you should keep boosting or not, you need to see if one more boost is going to confirm that kill that you're looking to get. And in this position, since Hyper Drill is doing about 35, we're going to do 2 of them, so 70%. It's already taken chip, and that's over the course of 2 turns. So you look at the toxic damage as well. If you add all the numbers up, we should be good to just click Hyper Drill here on his Future Sight. So we're going to chip it down. Oh, we crit him? That's tough. You know, that's not a good crit for him. There's the Future Sight we were expecting. I didn't want to crit him there. Obviously, it's tough to get crit in that position. But no. So, I mean, that's unfortunate. Sorry to yubby about that. But look at the damage. Boom. It's too low to actually stay in. It cannot click Chilling here unless he wants to die. So we can actually afford 1 turn of clicking Toxic. Either A, he big nuts it and says, you know what, I know you're clicking Toxic here, or Rooster Coil, so I'm going to click Chilling, but he probably shouldn't. So I assume he's going to hard swap now to get that HP back, which he does. It should be back into Bramblegast. It goes actually into Tickles. Who is Tickles? T-Tar? Oh, it's Kieran Black, which is also just fine for us right now. Yep, there's the toxic damage. Nice. Okay, cool. Kieran Black is going to start taking a bunch of chip now. Dudunsparce, when you're not prepared for a defensive bond with a status move, it's very hard to break through. So you need to like really sit there and think about what your outs are. And currently, his outs are very little. It's actually stalling me out of roosts. That is his only out currently other than a critical hit. So, that means that we can actually just go for a roost here and kind of just see what he goes for. The pressure is on him now. He has to answer our Dudunsparce. If he cannot, then we win the game. Even if he can, he needs to be able to do it without losing so much material that he will lose to Keldeo or Scarf Dragapult in the end. I guess I should have also mentioned we are Scarf Dragapult because it outspeeds the Excadrill at +2. So it gives another little safety net in the sand. Just when he thinks he'd outspeed, we can be Scarf and click Flamethrower and get good damage off. So, if I were him, I'd be going back into Slow King right now to just try to take advantage of the Roost turn. You know that there's a Future Sight coming off, but Kieran Black does not have the ability to actually break through that. The position was extra complicated as well because I got that crit, so I was just very lucky in that position, so I do apologize for that. He does switch out, and it should be right back into the Slow King. It could very well be Bramblegast, but I think it's Slow King, and it is. So, we're going to heal up a little bit more, and he's actually going to be within range of 2 Hyper Drills. So this next Future Sight that he clicks is actually very tough for him to decide. The snow is stopped, so he can actually go for another Chilling here. There's the Future Sight. As you can see, like I said, the only thing that he can do right now is kind of just whittle us down with special moves. So, we shall see. He's back into the yellow now. That means that he is in range of another Hyper Drill. But actually, on this turn, I'm going to click Coil. I am not pressured by any one thing other than a hard pivot into Greninja. And if you go hard pivot into Greninja, great play, but we will make another play accordingly. So, we're just going to go for a clean little Coil here. He could very well Chilling Reception right now into Greninja, but I think that's actually fine. He probably doesn't want to let this thing get too low, but because we actually got the poison off earlier, we can constantly keep pressure on it even if we are being passive. That's very important for breaking down teams. Just keep that in mind when you play. Okay, so we shall see. We could Coil. He should be telling a very chilling joke right now. He could click Future Sight as well, but I think it's Chilling Reception into Greninja. Yep, okay, so a chilling joke. So we're going to go +4. And actually, don't get it twisted. Dudunsparce is walling the entire team right now, but the only reason for that is because I've been able to get my coils off. If a Greninja does come in here, we actually probably sack Dudunsparce. It's not worth taking a big hit on somebody else. Here's Twerk. It's Tyranitar. Wow! Wow, he goes T-Tar. Okay, cool. That's actually really fine for us. Tyranitar. Yeah, he doesn't do, like, jack shit to us. He can go for a knockoff very easily, and then that will actually also help him with progress on our Sheriff. But I am more than willing to click a Toxic onto this thing right now. more than willing to trade a Toxic for my item. We're going to constantly be getting shipped down from burn past that, but we already know our Dudunsparce can't break through the entire team just by already being burned. We know we'll have to sit in front of a Brambleghast, and we're going to run out of Roost eventually. So it's not... You have to think long game when you're thinking with a bulky bound like this. I currently know that I don't have many Roosts left. I only have 4, maybe 3 left. So, and I'm not under any immediate pressure. But unfortunately, he has a Brambleghast and a Slowking that he can constantly pivot between. Even if he loses HP through Toxic, it will beat our Dudunsparce. So it's not worth to see that our Mon is +4/+4, and then be like, we have to keep it alive. So here's Rock Slide. He's going for a flinch. He's not knocking us off, and we get our Toxic off. Very nice, very nice. We're about to see if it's a Lum Berry or not. Very well could be. I don't think it is, but it very well could be. Here's the Badly Poison. Okay, yes, so he does not. Very cool. So another reason they throw out that Tyranitar is, as you saw, we just took Sandstorm damage. The Sandstorm damage plus the burn actually doesn't make us net lose HP throughout the turns, but because we're remedying that by Toxicking down his entire team, so as he's breaking down our Dudunsparce, he's also getting broken down. That is all Dudunsparce is here to do. The Dudunsparce isn't here to win the game. That being said, we are going to Roost because we need to actually keep HP if we want to keep this pressure going. A lot of this damage is actually not healable, very clearly, because he has no Wishbasters, so all that he has is Brambleghast, Leech Seeding, and then pivoting into another Mon. But we can also counteract that by even making aggressive plays on the Brambleghast into something like, probably back into Dudunsparce, and he swaps out. Okay, it might be Brambleghast here. Back into Slowking, so he's looking for more HP. Very good, yep. This is smart. So we're going to go for a Roost. We have 2 Roosts left, so obviously Dodon's not going to stay long. And I actually think we're just going to click Horn Drill for a few turns. It's not really worth predicting. It's not really worth predicting the Brambleghast right now, because he's going to Chilling into it first, and then once Brambleghast is out, it's not worth clicking Toxic if he just goes back into Slowking. If we click Horn Drill and he is willing to take a Toxic on Brambleghast, we'll know that for the future. But at the that's only best case scenarios if we click Toxic. So we're actually going to go for a Hyper Drill here. We're just going to get our damage off. Being +4 has changed things as well versus the Slowking, because unless it's at full when it comes in, it's taking 45 from these Hyper Drills. So we're about to see good damage here. Yep, very good damage. See, obviously it dies in the next one, and he goes for the Future Sight. Nice. So, here, we're going to put him in another tough position. Do you sack your Slowking, or do you go into Brambleghast? Now, it's a lot easier to make the prediction over for a Toxic. But last time, as you saw, he went into Kieran Black. But keep in mind that also was when the Sand was up. And if Sand is up, it's very different. It's a very different ball game. So, or sorry, not Sand, Snow. When Snow is up, the Kieran Black was actually able to take a hit from the Dudunsparce. But currently, where we're standing, I think a Toxic is the best play. He does swap, see, he keeps his Slowking around because he knows that he needs it for the long game, especially with my other guy getting kind of crazy. Here's Tyranitar back in. Tyranitar's just fine. As you can see, we're just going to go for a Toxic. It's not going to work. Doesn't matter. Even though we lose a turn, we are actually still making progress in the Tyranitar. 8% at a time. That's all we need. We're looking for a long game. That's how most Scarf and Specs Mon sweep is actually by taking down the rest of, just lowering the whole team and forcing into very awkward 50-50s or straight up just confirmed kills. So, we're just going to click our Horn Drill here. We have not a reason not to. Not a whole lot of reason not to. We could have coiled. We could have coiled to just keep a Horn Drill, but I don't think that's too relevant, because when we coil and the Brambleghast comes in, it's actually very hard at that point, because you're still looking for a prediction. So clicking Horn Drill or Coil right now, they do about the same thing, but it's better than that if this guy stays in. So if he is staying in, he goes for a Rock Slide. Does he get the flinch? He does not, and we're going to get a nice little Hyper Drill off. Look at this damage. Bang. A lot of damage. That's all we're looking for, though. That is all we need. We're not looking to kill the Tyranitar right now. We're just looking to chip it down. So there's the Future Sight. Yep, see? We're just going to keep going down. But, as I said, Dudunsparce has already done his job. He does not have enough Roosts left to be super, super good, and the Tyranitar is going to take a whole bunch. It's actually going to be about 50 after this. Another important thing to keep in mind, though, is that what happens when Dudunsparce dies? This Mon is going to be in front of us. Tyranitar is going to be in front of us. And if Tyranitar is in front of us, we get to go Keldeo, and we get to click a free move on the incoming Brambleghast or Slowking. Very, very good. If I were him, I would not click Rock Slide here, because that could miss, and that could lead to the Sheriff healing all the way. Actually, he might not even kill us in one move. That's how bulky we are at the moment. So, he's not in a great position here, either way. So he goes for the rock slide. He needs the flinch here. He needs the flinch. And he does not get it. Yeah, he really needed a flinch there. And then the following turn to also hit and, like, finish the kill. But Dudunsparce is right back up, showing, like, just how good, defensive Mons can be. Especially when the other team does not have a great answer for it. You guys have seen all throughout the season, I've been praising Dudunsparce because I think this Mon is actually incredible. Also, we have not seen an item on this. It could just be Resto Chesto. It very well could be, in order to keep itself around for longer. So here, we're going to go for a Hyper Drill. There's the rest. Yep. Okay, see, as I mentioned it, it's right there. But we are still not under any direct pressure of Tyranitar. We shall see what he clicks, though. Or if he's actually Chesto Berry. He is not Chesto. Good to know. So, he is probably Rest Talk, Rock Slide, Don't Know last move. But the Sandstorm has subsided, we are no longer under a lot of pressure. We're going to keep maintaining this HP, and we have one Roost left. We shall see what he goes for. At any point, I can make the Keldeo play, and I probably will do so maybe now, just considering how few Hybrid Drills I have left. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw off a Roost first, and then I'm going to go into Keldeo. So he's fast asleep. Let's see, Sleep Talk. Is it Sleep Talk or just Rest? It's just Sleep Talk, or it's not Sleep Talking yet. So we're going to heal back up, and we know that our Dudunsparce is officially beaten by Tyranitar. We cannot hit it hard enough, and it has Rest. So there's no point of staying in. It is much, much, much better if we go into Equus right now, or even Frog Jam and get our Stealth Rocks off, which actually I think I like that more. I'd rather keep a little more HP on the other guy, on our other guy, and he stays in. We swapped off first. So I'd like to keep some HP on our Keldeo, just in case. And Frog Jam, no matter what I click here, is going to net us something positive. Whether it's a knockoff or Stealth Rocks, it's going to be a positive outcome. I think we're actually going to go for the knockoff first, because Brambleghast could very well come in here. And we would not mind taking its item. Actually, we wouldn't mind taking any Mon's item right now. Any Mon losing its item would be very, very good for us. We shall see what comes in. I think it's probably Brambleghast. There's Jom, there's the Brambleghast, and it's going to lose its boots. Or I'm pretty sure it's boots. I'm predicting boots. Holy shit, that did so much damage. It's Expert Belt. He brought offensive. He brought offensive Brambleghast. Oh my god, holy shit. We snap go into Dudunsparce again, just because, again, I mean, we're Fizdef, right? If we're Fizdef, we should really be taking advantage of being Fizdef. So, we'll see what he clicks. But, dude, seeing Expert Build in the final week's kind of crazy. I respect it, though. He also understands that he needs to bring a team that doesn't, that's not the best team. You need to bring the second or third best team that you could be bringing, and not reveal for playoffs. So, I respect that heavily. Again, like I said, this is just the first idea I had in the matchup, and we'll see. Even now, it could lead him to prep harder for a Dudunsparce, because I could just bring back this Dudunsparce again. I could. I very well could. But let's see what he clicks here. So as we go Sheriff. As he goes for some spikes. So he's expert build spikes. Interesting. Okay, interesting. I mean, alright, fair enough. Bramble is spikes. Okay, and now that we know for a fact he will not be clicking Poltergeist, now we can make our play into our Tornadus. Remember how we talked about this earlier? That when he's in a position where he needs to heal, we can go into Tornadus? He swaps out first. Okay. So he also pivots out. He might not have Strength Set, but he also wanted to make this play so he didn't lose too hard to a Toxic. He didn't want to get Toxic. But Slowking being in, he's probably not prepared for our Torn to be physical, and so Knockoff actually kills him at this range. So we're actually looking at a really, really nice spot. Knockoff is just good versus the entire team. He could make the hard play into Tyranitar, but I'm okay with taking Tyranitar's item first and foremost. That is not an issue, because we can always go back into Swampert and then try to get our rocks up. Let's see how it goes. So I know I'm talking a lot here, but I do think this is a very good game to really take away and really learn about, how to deal with the flow of the game, because every game is going to be different. This is a really nice showcase of how you should be dealing with a physical, or if you have a bunch of physical mons, how to deal with a Fizdef wall that is just unbreakable. So look at all that he's had to do. He's already lost a Mon. 3 Mons are toxic, and Brambleghast is low, and the Slowking is low. It's not looking great. It is not looking great for him at all. And he might even be fearing me cooking U-turn right now, which is a very real possibility. And he just does swap. It should be Tyrannotarian. Slurp. Oh, Greninja. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm down to take Greninja's item. Hell yeah. I'm surprised he made that play considering I could U-turn. But we're going to take its item now and not be stressed later. It is AV. Good to know. Good to know. Knowing that it's AV, honestly, I don't think he one-shots me with any one move, you know? I just don't think he one-shots me now. Yeah, he definitely does not one-shot. So I kind of want to just click Knock again. He could Ice Beam. So, okay, if he clicks Water move, whatever. If he clicks Dark move, Brick Break's better. If he clicks Ice move, then Brick Break's better. But if he swaps, then we're in a weird position, right? Then we're in a really weird position. If we click Agility, and he just swaps right into Tyranitar, we're also in a weird position. So I kind of just want to go for the knockoff again. Just let Tyson take a little bit of chip. He doesn't have a lot of priority for this Mon. And it's already... The only Mon that's faster than this Mon is his Greninja. So I think I'm okay with taking a knockoff and just scouting at what he wants to do. As he goes for the U-turn. There it is, see? It's always good to scout. Because it was very easy for us to just make a play and switch out, but we weren't under any real threat. So we don't have to switch out. Even if we lose HP, HP is a resource. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Your life points don't matter. It's just another resource for you. But here comes Tickles. Cool, cool. Give me your item, Mr. Kirim Black. Give me your item now. I would like it now. Thank you. Good damage. Nice. Loaded dice. Cool. Much easier to switch into now, baby. Much easier to switch into. So it's probably Scale Shot as well. If we had to guess, if we had to wager a guess on what this Mon's going to be, I think it's actually going to be... I think it's actually going to be a Scale Shot set. So what's cool to check is how little does our Swampert take it? And the answer, not great. The answer's not great. So we might just go back into Dudunsparce. Yeah, I think we should go back into Dudunsparce here. We could also make the play into Pink at this point. Pink is not good versus like any other Mon. And I kind of want to go into that, actually. I'm going to go into Pink because it's a little different. Since the Excadrill is dead, we don't need it as a lure as much, and we can actually lure this Kirin Black instead. So we'll see. We'll take our spikes. And he goes for Freeze Dry. Aha, see? If we would have went Swampert, we would have been punished. But it's good to also notice how relevant the rest of your Mons are. Okay, so we know it is also Freeze Dry. And honestly, we're pretty comfortable to click a Baton Pass here. I'm very confident that Slowking is coming out right now because it can take the Dazzling Gleam very well. And we're actually Focus Blast because it overlaps with the Excadrill. But no, I mean, I think we're in a pretty demanding position right now. Quite demanding. He does not have great answers for the rest of our Mons. And I think we're putting in pretty good in terms of flow of the game. One thing to keep in mind, though... Oh, he stays in. One thing to keep in mind is that he has a... he has the ability for a... sorry, the spikes can be really an issue. And in this position, we're actually going to go into the Sheriff. We don't want to take another Freeze Dry. He's already shown it, so we're not gonna double dip. As he goes for a... Fusion Bolt. I could have went into to the other guy, into Swampert. But look at that. We take that really, really, really well. And look at his HP. Keep in mind his HP right now. He has stayed in for a few turns. He probably has Roost, to be honest. Bolts. But look how low he is, dude. Look how low. He's so low. And he could very well be Roost. He could very well be roosting right now. And even if he does, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind right now. Because, like... Toxic is just ramping up, man. He almost has to switch right now. I wish we had a Rocks up, I will say. Now that we've already started scouting out some items, I think Rocks are very important in this matchup, but we have to make sure that Bramble Gas does not become an issue. In my mind, he's probably Expert Belt because that makes Shadow Sneak kill Dragapult. That's probably my guess. But his team is getting so much lower. There's the Fusion Bolt. Nice. Okay, so we made the correct play. We take the damage. That's not an issue. Hyperdrill's not going to do shit, by the way. It's going to go pew. But this Mon, ready? See the HP? Hold on. He stayed in a few turns. He stayed in a few turns. He might be dead. I don't know, but I think he's dead. And he's dead. Dudunsparce has now killed Kirin Black. Very nice job, Dudun. And he has no Mon right now that's going to actually come in and really, really put us in the hurt. Tyranitar. Okay, so we know Greninja's AV, so that's not an issue. We know Kieran Black is dead. We know Excadrill is dead. So Tyranitar has to be offensive for it to do something here. But we saw Rest and Rock Slide. And just kind of keeping in mind that since he's also not Chesto he very well could be Sleep Talk, but he's just not revealing it. Or he doesn't have it, and he does not have a whole lot for us. And here's the Greninja. Very good, very good. Nice. So, again, we're out of Roosts. We don't need to preserve Diff. We just need to win. That's all we need to do. If we just win, we get second seed of playoffs. So we're okay with the Dun going down. I probably should have clicked Toxic, actually, considering if he goes for a U-turn right now, he's probably going to go into Bramble Gas. Because, maybe. I don't know. It's honestly up in the air. I would go Bramble Gas, but Trailblaze. Okay, so he brought more fun sets, clearly, right? Okay, so we see a Trailblaze. Wait, so it's U-turn Trailblaze? Interesting. Okay, but we got good damage on this one, by the way. That was good damage. I don't know, did I crit him? That looked like so much damage. But is that +1 speed now? I don't care. I'm gonna go for a Toxic. We're actually out of Horn Drills, so there's another Trailblaze. If we get a Toxic off, it's fine. Okay, so Gren kills Dudun. But you know what? Hey, not much more you can ask of a Dudun. Look how healthy our team is after that. Look how healthy we are. We are in such a solid position. And also we're gonna go Tyson. Since no stab can now he cannot change stab. So an Ice Beam isn't actually gonna kill us. And we know that he's a grass type. I'm gonna go for honestly, I kinda just wanna go for a regular Terra Blast. I think that actually does the most damage to Greninja right now. Oh, that's Swampert. I need, Torn. And he's a grass type right now. If he turns into a grass type... Knockoff actually does a lot, but that's only... So Brick Break actually does the most to him right now. It's not going to kill him, especially because we already knocked off its item. It's not going to kill, but it's going to be good damage. So, it's Liquidation. So yeah, he brought Physical. That defense drop sucks, by the way. No, it doesn't. I'm Defiant. Oh my god, it doesn't suck. Now we actually kill. That's so funny. He clearly brought memes because he doesn't... No, okay, I'm not gonna say clearly. Maybe he's actually just going for a creative build, but I don't think he brought out, like, the winner. You know, I don't think this is the team to win. Torn kills... Gren? And actually, I think we just live. I think we literally just live. I'm gonna click Knockoff. We should just live the sneak. Okay, so actually just sex the Bramble off. Okay, cool. So Torn kills Bram. Okay, cool. Bramble is now dead. Very nice. Yeah. He's into Slowking now. We're actually at +2. I think Knock kills. So we're just gonna click Knock again. Yeah, it just kills. Cool, so Torn's actually gonna kill everybody. Torn kills Slowking. Dude, honestly, and funny thing is, Torn's been kind of like... I was a big believer at the beginning of the season. I still think it's good. I just don't know if it's like... if it was as good as I was thinking it was. We know that this thing is gonna wake up on this turn as well. What if we Terra? Brick Break still does the most. So we're actually gonna click Brick Break here. And that should kill. +2. Done. Nice. Alright, cool. So we're going to actually take home a 5-0 win at the end of the season. Again, GG's over to Yubby. Thank you so much for actually waiting for me. I had a fucking very rough commute home. So, yeah, no, GG's over to him. Hopefully we get to see him in playoffs. He's still in. I don't think that loss took him out in any way. He was in 4th place. But I don't know how bad a 5-0 loss treats him. But, yeah, guys, go check him out in the description below, and I will see you guys for playoffs. Take it easy.